Hello and welcome, as it is the 26th day of December 2020. My name is Derek and this is the Money Charts channel where, like always, all bets, trades, and of the like, well, that's within each's own risk and their own reward. Let's take a look at cryptocurrencies, starting off within Bitcoin against the United States dollar. And reward, at least in the numbers game for cryptocurrencies, most certainly been the name of the game. Bitcoin is close to reaching all-time highs, I suppose, as of the doing or making of the video. 12:15 p.m. Eastern Time, Bitcoin on the Bitstamp exchange getting up to $25,985.93. Right now, $25,907, as it's showing sign of hesitation amongst the 18 average of highs, leaving the 15-minute term time frame after a decent-sized correction. This is all short-term stuff, but what a move it was from the 9 a.m. rally, as it had a beautiful breakout session there. It was up 1% just within those 15 minutes alone. And then it followed through with 9, 10, 11, or 12 more consecutive green candles somewhere in that area. Wow, what a beautiful, fantastic play. And now that play has been corrected, it looks like. Still in retracement mode between this low and this high, but pretty much at this level. And well, Bitcoin has been in a fantastic up run, as we can see, just even getting above the 18 average of highs at 4 a.m. on Christmas Eve, or 3 a.m. just before Christmas, the day before Christmas even. Gets above it, spent some time within the 18 amongst higher highs and higher lows. Look at this beautiful strength amongst the 18 highs at the start of Christmas Day. And then it breaks out 4 o'clock in the morning, up to 24,000 change, back to support. And then now we're supporting where we were resisting, and then, of course, the 10 a.m. breakout. And is this move over? I mean, we had a couple of red correctionary moves, and the 15-minute term time frame is telling me that this thing is looking pretty high probable that it's going to continue on within this play and break above and test within 27,000, like, well, as you'd be watching the video most likely, or later on. It's 3 p.m. as I'm doing this, like 4, 5, 6 p.m. is what I'd be looking at, dinner time. Yeah, that's all short-term mumbo-jumbo. And daily term time frame, how overextended is this? And one way you look at it is it's from the 18 average of highs, which is at a 23 low change. That's 2,500, so 10% from the 18 average of highs now. Yet here on this high, we had the 18 average of highs, which was around like under 20,000. Price action was at like 24. That was about 20% or so. So a decent differential extension from it. And I look at this as it's just broken about it, but it's already had a good move, leaving the 24,200 area up to the 26. And I was even thinking that 25,000 was not going to be that great of resistance. And given that we're already 3% plus above it, 4% even, I think that looks to be the case. Now, again, I wouldn't be surprised short term if the gains get further extended. Amongst the weekly chart, interesting 3 weeks here. Weeks stamped November 23rd through that of December the 7th. As it was just a bunch of sideways consolidation from 5 consecutive weeks with a meh week and an okay meh week here. But the first, third, and fifth weeks being up 13 and change, and the first meh 5, yeah, that's good, but 5.5. And then okay, 12.5, and then a meh like 3% up move. And then 15. So those combination of those few, and even the 2 that preceded as well, it was end up being like 7 consecutive periods in a row. And then, yeah, the sideways movement. And now a great week. The previous one up 22.5, and now so far up 10.4 on this one. Extended above the 18 average of highs, and well north of this level of resistance. But as it goes down to it on the monthly term time frame, all I can say is now just noticeably above all-time highs. And it is barely broken above. So the 60, 80, 100, 120,000 area that I expect this to go to. When? Next week? I don't think so. Possible. Either between no to barely. How about in a month from now? Well, maybe that would be barely. I mean, that's just in how fast could this move happen. Because if we don't find resistance at these key points, which is another fundamental way of saying as well, it could be big buyers come in and full grows to exponential major proportions, and then it just happens. But it could take a month, it could take 10 months, and I really do believe that type of situation is pretty much coming across after just a beautiful run from May up until September, just how it was showing strength amongst the highs, attempting excitation in October, continue, and really stating it was going to do so in November, December, not resisting what I felt was a area of weak resistance. Most certainly it has been that so far. If it is now a monster pierce above, as buyers, of course, are now in full control of this market. Another market buyers are in full control of is Theta. And it's currently $1.64 right now for one of them. After what was just this long sideways consolidation for all of 2019 into 2020. And what a beautiful year it has been. This is a coin that was under a nickel at one point and easily bought at 6 cents for, well, a short period of time. And this was easily bought for under a dime and at a dime for lots of periods. And here it was available to buy for 5 cents back at the start of 2019. Now it's $1.64. Miss White Dove, way back before the time around here even started, like days pretty much after it came out, stated, yeah, it's going to go to 1,000. Okay, we'll see. It's got a long ways to go to 1,000 now. It is at $1.64. As we can really say, this is a very good second wave higher on this current move. As we start from this low, there's the top of wave 1, correctionary phase. Then it's correcting within this area. We resist again. Then we get up and we support the previous area of resistance. So now it's whatever this high happens to be is leg 2 higher on this, or wave 2, whichever you want to name it. And $1.75 is where I figured the price action was going to head on to. This is calculated by TradingView, and I don't know what Binance price was because I don't trade there, but I do trade who will be the highest price. There was $1.74, and the highest calculated by TradingView is also $1.74 as well. So now what? That question mark. Situation. It's a now what situation. I don't know if it's going to go up from here, go down from here. Very much of overextended. If it doesn't stop going up from here, then it could be some crazy action that could come into place. Want to get the actual real price though when I'm shortening this out against this. The Binance price for the high was, no, I thought I said $1.80. I don't know why I seen that. $1.73 on Binance. Okay. So therefore, when we look at this, say, shorter term, I want to do some drawing here. Obviously, this trend line got taken out, but the trend line, and I'm going to go to the 1 hour to try to get as much data as I can, and then just see how trend line. I mean, the trend line that connects these levels again is broken, so I really got to work amongst only this in here. This is broken. So the only one now is breaking within this range. And if it does that, watch out. Okay. This thing, if this thing in the next couple of days only for this situation. Yeah, today and ending December 27th, day and a half I'm even thinking, but it's already past 3 p.m. Eastern time to make it a half a day for today. So day and a half, so by December 27th rather. If this thing gets noticeably well above $2, holds and stays within the area, we're probably looking at serious damage to the point. And on the good side for bullish holders, of course, where it's $3, $4 within the next 2, 3, 4, 5 days even. It's got to break this range to the upside is how I'm looking at it. And it's damn close. Or in the attempt of doing so as I'm blindly looking at it. So this looks like a good time frame to work with. I'm going to push print screen on this and see how I can draw this in paint. Actually, before I do this, I'm just going to go like this. Yeah, I think $3 would be a realistic target looking at it from this perspective from 1 to 160. And this is the drawing of it now. So I'm going to put a trend line. First one I want to do, and I think so this one looks to me like probably going to be the big one here. Yeah, that's the big trend line there to break. And let's draw this below here. Originally the range was like this. And I mean, this is, I can do the same sort of thing that I've done before, where you just take a thing like this. I'm just going to copy and paste this. So I've copied it, and I'm going to paste. Actually, I want a larger size, just to make it easier to paste. Copy and paste. So I'm just going to draw it on the bottom end part, because I don't need this data to look at anyway. And then draw over this line again. Perfect hit. I figured it was going to be too. All right, there we go. So the fact that it broke down in this upward trend, and that's normal to do and keep an upward trend going, and then regain it again is strong in itself. But it still has had no attempt in breaking this trend. So the trend that connects the highs before the 25th, the one right after the 25th, are the ones I think that would be the important ones within this range. And again, breaking it above it to the north, that's when you want to see price action. And let's just see where we stand right now. Yeah, this is 210 above here. So even with the time added in, so which is going to come into play. Yeah, you see this thing into that area, it'd be like, it could be an enormous next concise move to a large level. And now looking at it priced against the Bitcoin, which price action has came down and really resisting thus far within this previous level of support, piercing extra, and within the previous range, which was a descending triangle, which supported 6,200 low change, and that's where it is right now. And getting above this level of resistance, getting above this level here, and I mean, a couple days here, just literally just the 1 day. You look at this on the shorter term time frame, you see, okay, small little bit of resistance just once. The more often you test a key level, the more likely you take it. It only took 2 oftens here, or 2 times. And this one here, it resisted it, but I mean, this is an extreme weak resistance on each time. You resist it for a few periods, barely going down much at all. Then you get above it, successfully supporting it and having just a nice move within this, because from the point when it hit this low below this key Fibonacci level, it never had a red candle until it already barely pierced above this point here, meaning every period was up, nice sideways move. And I didn't put the next Fibonacci line in here. It really isn't, I don't think, needed too much, because this is just a powerful excitation right now. It's only been about 3, 4, 5 periods since December 22nd, so the days in time are short. So therefore, explosive days, this is 21% up. Having an 81 or a post 100% up day becomes very, very realistic. It's never that realistic, and it's still not probable, but it becomes exponentially greater to have situations. You can get to this level and we could be seeing 10,000 as if it's no tomorrow. Right now, the price of Bitcoin, it's like 30, or you double the price and then you give it 30% at 26,000 Bitcoin. So 62, it's got double that, $1.30. And then you give it a bit more. Well, if it goes up to, say, 10,000, well, that's an easy mathematical number, because Bitcoin's 26,000. That would be $2.60 in there. And then if Bitcoin keeps going higher as well, 27, 28, 29, then it could hit maybe $3 matching up with, or like 11, 12, 13,000 move. But moving into double digits is where I think this thing would have a very quick move once it's able to get by this resistance that it established in the end of September and the start of October. I do feel eventually within what I think would result into a cryptocurrency dartboard rally, as I call it, where pretty much everything goes up, where Theta can move into exceptionally large levels against Bitcoin. But this year moving forward, 2021, 30, 40, 60, 80, even up to 100 and maybe barely post 100,000 Satoshi. That would just be crazy if it was to do any type of 10, 15, 20x moves. But from this point forward, but that is really the name of the game oftentimes within these cryptocurrencies. And man, there's just this long grind back in here and all this great buying, and those who bought at these times, congratulations, because now phenomenal gains as this is concerned. I'm looking for wave two. And there's been many wave ones, I suppose. Every single time this resisted between like 4,000 and, well, then it resists here. But as it goes, move one in this general area, move two, man was a mad move, but mad move, but it counts. Then this one, pullback. What a huge pullback in time that was. Then this one, successful pullback. Then this one, huge pullback here. Man, I want to see this thing hold now. I said way back when about I want to see it hold and stay above like 15, 16. Never came close to going there. I want to draw on this. I'm just going to get the new Theta chart. I'll get it with the Huobi one. Plus it's got more data in it anyway. And basically explain what I'd like to see it do, which is holding and staying above its key level where it is now. Well, I got Fibonacci lines here, and probably the same ones, I suppose. I don't know, but remove them. Let's just draw it this way, maybe go like this, and then we'll go back in the paint program where I can do some drawing, even just a general quick way without even needing to use a calculator, just going match move. I mean, I know this isn't the great, this is not the ideal place I'd want to do it with, because you want to make sure you have correct logarithmic settings. So the long story short, or what the answer is going to be, the objects that I'm going to be showing you, they're going to be undercut levels. The price objectives would be significantly higher. Okay. And I'll even show you the mathematical way of calculating it anyway. So let's now go back to this in here. I'm going to paste this in here now. Because as it goes, this market against the Bitcoin, I got to get my draw box. So there's the support. Let's see, where do we want to resist this in this area? It's either going to be like this or like this when it's all said and done. But for now, I'm going to go like this. So the way of doing it, as far as like I mentioned, oh, let's just take the same rate of ascent. Let's take this and let's just move it up. And there you go. Price objective near 11,000. Again, this log scale sucks. What was support? Like 1,000? Yeah, that makes sense. Even like 900. And this resistance level here is like even close to 6,000. So what was that? 6, 7x gain? Let's multiply that again by 6 or 7. That's like 30, 40,000. That's one of the mathematical ways that I'd be looking at it. However, as it goes, I suppose it's already starting to do what I want to see it do. And that is short term, holding and staying here with this. Thus, we can go more than two waves. This is or rectangles. There's rectangle 1, rectangle 2, and then as you go rectangle 3. But I want to see it really hold and stay above. Really even, I mean, I wouldn't even mind it coming back long term. Like if this thing goes to like 20, 30,000, and I really, being a big trader that I am, I really want to actually, but throwing those parts aside, I think is a healthy part of monster movements. that for this to go to like 20, 30, 40,000, then come back to like 7. So I'd like to see long term in one form or another to do this. So what would be ideal for me is if this thing can make a move over the next, say, 6 to 15, 20 weeks, up to 30, 40, 25 to 30, 40,000, then come back from that point on, hopefully not take, I mean, the quicker the better, but maybe in the next like 2 to 8 months, 2 to 6 months, come back to, say, this area, and then just rally again from there. That would be one of the things that would be cool for me. But the market does what it does, and I just react to the situation. I'm only starting to think about, okay, it's only times where I like to start to sell, and only a portion selling and stuff like that, meaning bits and pieces. I'm still in the light sell mode, but I'm just thinking, okay, I can sell against Ripple soon. I just sold against Bitcoin Cash, and recently before that it was against LITECOIN, and just fun stuff like that. I would trust the logarithmic chart again within such, but oh man, you know what? The easiest way of doing this is go to CoinMarketCap. So let me do that. And we'll $1.64 on here, but we'll take a look at its chart. Once it loads. And then, there it is. And then we'll just make sure there's a log scale. I don't think I'm allowed to do that, the fun stuff that I want to do. No, I'm not going to be able to. But what's the price against the Bitcoin? I mean, again, when you look at the log scaling from here, this really exactly states. Yeah, this is a much better way of looking at it. I'm going to bring this back into Paint now. So I want to look at the rate from the 2020 low. So first thing, trend line analysis. You know, there's really nothing there on that trend line. I mean, there's so many different ways, avenues I can go with where I draw that trend range. I'm not going to do anything there. But when I look at making the boxes from this point of view, and I mentioned before like 3 waves, and this kind of takes it. No. You look at the size vertically, or the lack thereof on this one, compared to this extremely long range. And then the lack of the size this way, or both horizontally, you might to say, and now vertically, I suppose. I guess no, vertically is up and horizontal sideways, yeah. Both sidelines. Long amount of time and not as much of an increase in price. I look at this number as, again, 1,000, 6,000. So you're looking at a 6x gain. 6 times 6 is 36. So if you do match gains, it does the same thing it did before. And with looking Pierce Extra, it could be piercing north of 36,000 Satoshi, just looking at it from this mathematics. And amongst the technical analysis, as I mentioned, there was we have a move here, move here, move here. How does it correct each one? Well, this one, it corrects it in here for a while. You know what? It didn't support here. So be it. And it was even worse on this one, but a good correction as far as didn't support here. It resisted this level of support more than anything, staying within that area longer amount of time. But then it came back and most certainly higher lowing it. And this level of support, you could say, was, another reason. Fibonacci, this thing didn't go down as much. I thought it was going to go down more due to Fib. Now I'm seeing it here. It's like, it should have went down more just of where it came from rule. Again, you can say reason why, like, buyers full control of this market again. But then we can see this little move that's rectangled is the break and holding. That's why I say in so many videos, I want to see it now. Break a key support resistance level, bullishly break resistance, and then hold and stay. Well, that's exactly what it's doing here. It's exactly what it's doing. And short term, because of how well it's been doing lately, from this low to this high. Oh, yeah, maybe it comes down and does whatever, and then that would still keep its bullish statement. But man, it does seem as if this is poised, ready to do a phenomenal move. And you figure what 30 some odd thousand Satoshi would be at over 20,000 Bitcoin. Now we could be talking about near $10 plus Bitcoin for just the next leg higher. Thank you for tuning in and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.